everybody, and welcome back to another great edition of my Grue Rume Show. And for the Grue Rume Show today, we got a very cool guest, and he's an actor, and he starred in one of the horror movies that was out during Halloween season called The Curse of Bridge Hollow. And I'm talking about Perez, and we're going to talk to him more about his acting career. He also does choreography and music and dance. So we're going to talk to him about everything that led up to being an actor. I am Rocco Cross. I am the host at Stutters. I am the host of the Grue Room. And my interview with Myles will be coming up very soon. And as always, this is my Grue Room. And welcome to my nightmare. Stay tuned. Okay, buddy. Thank you for taking time out and welcome to Grue.
Of course. I'm glad to be here virtually.
Definitely, bud. Yeah, thank you.
Mhm.
So like the first thing I wanted to ask you is like, I saw early on you started out doing song and dance choreography, and that was before you dove into the world of acting, right?
Yeah. So dancing has always been a big thing in my life. I don't know why. I think it's always been in me, probably from uh my Puerto Rican background or my Filipino side. So it's always been instilled in me, and you could find, I'm not sure if it's out there, but my brother definitely has videos of me dancing at the age of like 8 years old to Party Rock Anthem, doing like the shuffle. So I was always breakdancing and dancing, and music actually came a little later, I would say.
Okay.
My sister was more musically inclined than me,
Oh,
and
okay.
me just being the third child always wanted attention, so I decided to dabble in the world. And yeah, my timeline is all screwed up. I'm trying to figure out what goes where. Dancing first. I was a dancer longest time.
Uh-huh.
Um, and then I got into music a little later on. I would say about sophomore year, maybe 15, 16 years old. Yeah.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Yeah.
And from doing this, like doing dancing, choreography, like is that how you wound up getting picked to be in lip sync battles?
Lip sync battle shorties. Yes. Okay. Yes. So dancing, I've always been dancing just for fun, because it's
Uh-huh.
like, it was like a stress reliever. It's what I would just stress reliever as I was a child with nothing going on. I don't know. But I got into the industry after acting. I was in the industry as an actor first, being like 12, doing all these, or being like 10 or something, doing all these commercials.
Okay.
Then you would meet a lot of people in Hollywood who just do literally everything. And eventually you get sucked into the whole dance world, which is, I was like, okay, I could do this. I mean, I've been doing it my whole life. So I just started to work as a dancer. I got into lip sync battle shorties, which was a great experience. I mean, it was like going to set every week, 5 days a week, and just dancing and performing for all these kids.
Oh,
And it
wow.
was, yeah, it was really cool. And I got to meet JoJo Siwa, which is great.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. Okay,
I'm not
nice.
sure if I answered your question. I said a lot.
No,
Not
yeah.
quite sure what I said, but yeah, I
Well,
was in that
you
show.
you definitely said how you got involved with the show and you talked about your dancing. So yeah, that definitely answered.
Okay. Yes. There it is. That's the
And
one.
and you were on an episode of a very big show at the time before Ariana Grande blew up into what she is now. You were
I know,
on
right?
Sam and Cat.
I basically made her, is
Oh
what you're
yeah,
trying to say.
definitely.
Yeah,
You
I was a
you're
I was a big impact in her career. It was me.
You're
I
the
say
reason
that humbly.
she wanted to get involved with doing music, because she saw you as a dancer and a choreographer going into
Oh
acting.
yeah,
So
yeah, yeah, yeah. I mean, when we were working on set, what was my role? It was Karate Kid number 15 or something like that. She took a glance at me and she was like, "There's something special about this kid. I'm gonna become a pop star." I don't know really how they
see,
correlate, but it just happened. It sparked in her
yeah,
brain. And yeah, she hits me up to this day saying thank you for everything.
oh
She's
yeah,
a
of
good
course.
person. No, but back to that. Okay, that was a huge flex, especially when you're in, like I said, my timeline's all messed up. So I don't know if I was in sixth grade, but let's
Yeah.
just say I was in sixth grade and,
Okay.
bragging to all these kids, like, yeah, man, I was on Sam and Cat. I was Karate Kid number 13. I remember that audition too. I was just a little boy
Uh-huh.
and uh I did Taekwondo. You know how in like job resumes you just put a bunch of stuff
Well,
that
yeah, of course.
yeah. So as an actor, I put everything, I was an astronaut, I was Taekwondo master, black belt, blah blah blah, dancer.
Now that would be cool if you were walking on the moon while doing martial arts.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. It's a very niche thing. So I didn't get hired a lot for the astronaut part, which is crazy. But one day it's still on there.
Yeah, exactly.
Uh yeah, I was like, okay, so let me specify this. I was like a black belt in Taekwondo. I wouldn't really consider it, considering I wasn't that great. I mean, I was really young. So I started when I was like 8 years old and just going up. So I had to get to black belt because you just have to keep moving on, blah, blah, blah. I
Mhm.
was a black belt. I remember going into this audition, seeing all these kids with like their gear and everything, and they have all this and that. And then yeah, I just went in there. I knew I was all right. They're like, hey, just show us some kicks, blah, blah, blah. And so I just did like a basic roundhouse kick and blah, blah, blah. And I was like, okay, I got the job. This is great. I'm gonna be on Sam and Cat.
Oh
And then you
my
see all
God.
these, and then you see all these other kids. You're like, why is he Karate Kid number 1? And why am I like 15? And
Right,
then you
right.
see them do all these like tricks and all these flips and stuff. And I'm like, oh my God, why am I here? And then you understand, you're like, I deserve 15. And then every time the director would be like, okay, who can do this, who can do that, blah blah blah, we'll put you over here, we'll put you over here. um I was just standing there like next to my Karate Kid buddies. I'm like, oh, he's got it, don't worry, yeah, he could do that.
You could do that. Yeah, make
And
him
the
do the flip while I just throw a kick, just
I could do the flip, but he can do it because he's like, he's 14, so he should be able to do it a little better. And they're like, oh, you need someone to walk? I'll do that one. It's
yeah, right.
that's a tough one. And during the actual scene, you could barely see me. You just see like me standing there, like the back of my head, because I got this.
Oh, really?
I've always had this hair, like this
Yeah,
puffy
yeah,
hair,
yeah.
and so the kids didn't. They're like, you weren't on Sam and Cat, blah blah blah. I'm like, come on.
Who else has that kind of hair? Like
Who
watch
else
the
has?
episode, look at all the martial artists, and tell me who has that head of hair. No one.
That's what I'm saying. No one. No one in Hollywood. No one in
Exactly.
Hollywood has hair. So just start like a big conspiracy. No one in Hollywood has hair.
Well, yeah, 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 exactly.
Trust me, guys. I'm an actor. I see you behind the scenes.
so,
What was
you
the
know,
question?
it was just about you being on Sam and Cat, and you answered it great again.
Oh yeah, they were great, by the way. Jeanette McCurdy and Ariana Grande, great people. Just gotta put that out there, especially
Oh,
with the kids.
oh, okay.
Yeah.
So you actually got to speak to Ariana and all that.
Oh yeah. I mean, it was hard with my security and everything, but they
Well, yeah, of
asked if they
course.
could speak to me, and I was just like, sure. I was very limited on time, especially because I had to practice my kicks.
Yeah.
But fortunately, they were able to talk to me, and it was all cool. They're all
Dude,
they're great.
and like you were saying, then her meeting you is what led her to want to get into music and become the major pop star that
Yes.
she is.
Yeah. I mean, you said it beautifully. There's no other way to put that. And I
Well,
just like
yeah,
to be modest about it. So I don't like telling a lot of people that, but
well, yeah,
that's
yeah,
it.
yeah, yeah. Of course, yeah.
Hmm. I think she has Karate Kid number 15 tatted on her left side.
Whoa,
Just, you know,
wow, you definitely left a lasting impression.
literally. No, literally.
And, what did you like best about your role in another series, the Nikki, Ricky,
Okay.
Dicky, and Dawn?
Oh, that one was fun because I was just what was my role? I was Judge Junior. It was one where I
Judge
actually had
Junior.
lines. Yeah. Um
Now,
anytime
were
you're a
you an
kid,
actual judge?
I was an actual judge on a TV show. You know, like Judge Judy, like
Yeah.
they did like a mock of that with
Okay.
kids. And so I was this 15-year-old. No, I wasn't 15. I was like 12. I don't I was younger. I know I was young. And it was cool because I just got to yell at everyone as a judge. I had like 3 lines. It was like guilty, blah. It was like a 15-year-old. And then like after I said it, I felt so cool. I was like, you see that? Anytime you book anything as a kid, it's always just like, oh, this is great. I get to be on
Mhm.
set, blah blah blah. Even now, anytime I book someone, like this is great. I get to be on set. It's amazing.
Hey, hey, and what? There's not many kids and teenagers out there that said that they were actually a judge. So you got
That's true.
one up on them,
That's true.
right? Exactly.
Yeah, I was in my 6th grade. All these kids are like, I'm gonna be a an astronaut, a chef, blah blah. Some kids said, I'm gonna be a judge. I'm like, bruh,
Nah,
trust me, you don't want to do that. It's a lot
I
of
was
hard work.
already a judge.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, so
As an actor, you already lived through all these lifetimes, and you just got to educate
Well,
these kids around
well, yeah, of course, of course.
you. It's hard work.
And during Halloween season, you were part of a horror comedy film. And
Oh yes.
what drew you to the role of Mario for The Curse of Bridge Hollow?
I liked his awkwardness. That's a big because it's like it's not a hard thing for me to act really awkward, especially because I just tap into that part of me, And so with Mario, he's this very socially awkward kid who's into this weird hobby. For him, it's paranormal
Mhm.
whatever, which I love that stuff. I would always like go on BuzzFeed and watch those paranormal videos
Oh
with
my God, they're amazing. Yes.
yeah, and or I would watch what's the one on TV? It was like Ghost Hunter as a kid.
Mhm.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
I watched all those shows, paranormal and ghost hunters and
Yeah, it's great.
possessions and all that stuff. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. And so with that, I mean, I would never do it. I would never break into some haunted thing, but with him it was just it's fun tapping into that awkward character because it's like you spend your whole life trying not to be that awkward guy. And so being able to just play freely with that and then realizing how like decent you are, it's like maybe I'm just this character. And so yeah, I like the really stiff and awkward characters. I think that's
Okay.
great. Yeah.
So he was a little bit like you with the ghost and paranormal stuff, huh?
Yeah, perfectly. Obviously he's more into it with his he has like the apps and everything. I don't have that, I promise. But he knows his stuff, so it's cool, man.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
And is there a scene from the movie that you had the most fun doing?
Oh, most definitely. What was it? Yeah, it was the first scene we filmed. It was the whole fight sequence. We're in the living room and it's all of us. It was me, Michael, Holly, Abby, Marlon, Priya. It was all of us, and it was cool because we had the choreograph this first. We had to choreograph the scene where he's gonna run here, she's gonna run here, blah blah blah
Mhm.
blah. I'm gonna throw this, and then we had our own little fight sequence where some of us would throw punches, and then we'd have to interact with some of the stuntmen,
Okay.
and just getting to work the first day is just like straight into choreography and working with all these amazing people. I mean, the stuntmen are always great. They always have like this level of energy that I can't really can't really describe, but it just makes you want to like, you know, um dive into that. And
Oh yeah,
so
definitely.
yeah, we were just doing all this choreography, and then we got to set and got to practice on all the actual props. And then you just get all this built up anger out and just hit these people. No, I'm joking.
Hey,
Some
you don't know what happened to you during the day. Something might
yeah.
have got you really mad, and once you got on set, you start breaking things and kicking people
Hey,
and
that's what I'm saying.
tossing them.
You see all these actors are cool all the time. I'm telling you, you see all these people, they're always like, yeah, saying something philosophical. And you see them in a scene with stunts, and you're like, oh, there it is. There's their breaking point. They just bah, bah. You see their eyes turn, and they're like
It's like
you're
it's
like, I
like
caught it. They got
they
it out. It's right there.
they went into another zone.
Yeah. Yeah, they'd just be talking to you, and they're like, action. They're like, ah. Yeah, like oh, there it is.
That's it.
That's it. That's their release. That's where it is. You won't find it anywhere else.
No. So you see, if people are going through, rough times or anger, just sign up to be a stuntman and take it out on
Yeah,
the stunts and the set.
that's that's what I'm saying. You got the stuntman even be like, "Yo, you're hitting a little hard."
Yeah, 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 exactly. You're like, back off.
You know, it's a bad sign when an actor is like, "I want to do my own stunts."
Yeah, yeah,
Just
yeah, yeah.
stare at the stuntman.
And I don't know if you're a fan of the show Stranger Things. So how was it
Oh, of
like working with
course,
Bria?
of course. Oh, Priya's great, man. She's she has this very youthful. I was gonna say youthful spirit, as if she's not like a kid.
Well, yeah,
But it's like
she
very.
is youth.
But you kind of yeah, she is a child. But it's also I feel like it's very masked in her being this mature actress on set.
Mhm.
So a lot of times when it could be very comforting to have this bright energy around, and makes things more fun, especially when things are very serious on set for this for this horror comedy movie. You know what I
It's
mean?
hard. Yeah, of course.
Yeah. And so when you get to run around with all these props, and it's Halloween,
Yeah.
and you genuinely feel like a kid again, and with her right by your side, and she's always cracking jokes at you. I mean, it's especially me, you know.
Well, yeah, she was always she was always.
She made me feel so old.
No, are you serious?
Yes. And I was like, what? I was like 18 at the time. And I'm like, oh my God, I've never felt old.
Oh man,
But
you're definitely over the hill at 18 years old. My oh
that's,
yeah.
that's what I'm saying. And like I realized like, oh shoot, I can't like I have to be careful of what I say. Like I like to complain a lot about like my knees and stuff. And When she's around, I'm just like,
Well, if you ever say that, you have to say, it's from playing a lot of sports.
yeah, yeah, yeah. You know me, big sports head.
Yeah, yeah, that's all you have to say if your knees are hurt.
Yeah,
Say, I play a lot of sports, and it's from martial arts and hockey
exactly.
and
Just being a
football.
being a black belt at 8 years old, it takes a toll on you, you
Oh,
know?
yeah, yeah, and that's what leads to the knees. So yeah, of course.
Exactly. The knees.
And was there any funny or cool behind the scenes stories that happened while you were working on the Curse of Bridge Hollow?
Oh yeah, okay. For some reason, everyone I work with ever thinks I'm just slow, and I think it's because it's in my very self deprecation, joking humor, I guess.
Oh, okay.
So I like to complain a lot. I'd be like, "Ugh, I don't want to do that," or "Ugh." They'd be like, "Okay, Miles, you're up to set." I'm like, "Ugh, come on." Everyone knows me, so they know how I am. And
Yeah.
so all of a sudden, it's me, Marlon, Priya, Abby, and Holly. We're all standing there, and Marlon's like, "Okay, guys, you want to race to that bus over there?" And everyone knowing how I am, they're gonna be like, they're obviously gonna expect me to lose without knowing I'm a D1 track star athlete, you
Whoa.
know? And so and I say this because it's happened twice where people have underestimated my running skills. Also, because I'm like not the tallest, so I don't got like long legs, you know?
Okay.
And so these are my moments. I build this character around my name. No one knows who I am. I'm very mysterious. They just
Yeah.
see me as this very grouchy old young man. And so as we all line up, Marlon's like, "Y'all ain't gonna win, blah blah blah." Marlon, he's talking his talk, and I'm like, "Okay." And then boom, we start, and I bolt right in front of all of them.
Oh my
You
God.
know, I can't even see them with my dust everywhere. Um, I hit the bus like right when they say go because I'm that fast. And then there's the genuine reaction, which you're waiting for your whole life. It's just like, wow, I really didn't expect that from you. And
Right.
then that just I'm like, yeah, well, maybe maybe you should, you know. So that was fun.
As they're standing there with dust in their face and they're getting
Yeah,
paper
yeah.
towels to wipe all the dust out of their eyes.
You don't really know who's who because they're all covered in dust
Oh
and
yeah,
just
yeah. Especially because you're like the Flash. So
oh,
you're
100%.
you're you're leaving everyone in the dust, and then when you turn around, well, they look like they're covered in sand.
And then they start laughing when you tell them you were just walking because I was, you know what I mean? Uh yeah, I'm a really real modest guy. What was the question? Yes. I would say that race was definitely a fun thing to remember.
Okay.
Mhm. And like I said, it happened again. Someone from another set
Uh-huh.
was like, I dare, and they were so confident. Like I was starting to doubt myself. I'm like, oh my God, maybe I might lose. Because he was so confident. I'll put money on the line, blah, blah, blah. And then I beat him. And
You
I
should
was
have made
just
him
like,
put up like $5,000, like something like that, because you definitely know you could win. Like you play it off
yes.
at first, so like I don't know, I'm not confident about this, and let's put up some money, like 5,000. It's a drop in the bucket, and then
Well,
and
that's the
then
thing. No one's ever let me know that I was that fast. And then I just beat all these people who have so much confidence in themselves. I'm like, oh my God. I chose the wrong profession. I don't know what I'm doing. What is going on?
hey, like I say, you could all audition to be the next Flash, because no one knows if Ezra Miller's gonna be the Flash after this movie.
Oh yeah, that's for sure. Who knows what's going on with that?
If they don't want him back for the next one, you could definitely apply.
Oh, 100%. And I think it's on my bucket list. Uh because of how fast I am.
Well, yeah.
Um, the hard part is just auditioning and being able to get a camera that captures that high of a frame rate, to really see me
There you
because of
go.
how fast I am.
Well, yeah, of course, yeah,
But we'll see, man. We'll
definitely,
definitely see.
definitely. And I know this show isn't out yet; it's still being made and all that stuff. Can is there anything you could tell us about Lee on My Life with the Walt,
Walter Boys, yeah.
Walter Boys? Yeah.
Um, I'm gonna be honest, I don't even know what I could tell you. But there is a book out, so I could go from the book.
Okay.
It's based off a book, which was based off a Wattpad, so it's gonna be like one of those lover stories.
Hey,
Yeah,
that's what most of them are.
teen drama. My
There's
character, very different from Mario, which was cool. He's more of this very angsty teen dealing with a lot of stuff was very sassy,
okay.
which is fun because I just got to be sassy with everyone. And I loved like playing into that, like just being an absolute asshole. I think that was going from this really awkward kid to playing this guy who's just ruthless to people is great. That's it. That's all I can tell you.
Okay. Okay. He's like, that's it. I'm like, and what's isn't Corey from Girl Meets World? Isn't
Oh
he?
yeah,
Yeah. Yeah.
Corey's in it too. Great cast. I love the cast. All amazing people. All amazing talent. Um, I miss them, man.
Well, you have I'm sure you guys are in like group
Oh,
chats. So
100%.
so so just send them a text saying, "Hey, what's up? Missed you. Peace."
Yeah. I'm too shy. No, it's because you stay with these people for like 5 months,
Well,
right?
yeah,
And then
exactly.
and all of a sudden you all go out into the world and into your own areas, and you got people in New York, people in Canada, but it's all a very good time spent. And I think that's really fun because you just have all these memories with these people.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Yeah, they're all great, especially Corey. Corey's amazing.
Yeah, he actually seems nice. He seems funny. Like I liked him in that horror movie he did too, Ma.
Hmm. Yeah, Corey's really great, and he really takes his craft seriously. You could see it when he the way he addresses certain situations when he's acting. He likes to pull people aside and really go over the scene.
Oh wow.
Yeah. Obviously, me, because I'm the best actor ever. I don't need to do any of that.
Oh
No,
yeah,
I'm
well,
joking.
yeah, of course, of course. So you should be training him.
I should be training everyone who steps in this industry, but
Yeah,
that's just my own personal opinion. You know.
yeah, yeah, definitely. Even if you had a scene with like Tom Cruise or Brad Pitt, like
So
they would need to learn from you.
yeah, first of all, who? Never heard of those guys. But yeah, if they need acting lessons, I'm teaching in my local improv studio.
He's like,
You know,
wait, who's Tom Cruise and Brad Pitt? Like,
you said
uh,
Tom Pick,
they're
Brad who? I
they're
don't.
they're like a, a a different age group, so we would have to go more around your
Mm,
age. So like
yeah,
a Noah Schnapp or a Millie Bobby Brown or a Finn Wolfhard.
no, no, no. Are those like C-listers or something? God, I hope this doesn't get taken like out of context.
Yeah, right. Exactly.
I don't really be thinking when I like speak, so I don't. I hope that doesn't.
I'm sure that people could tell you're joking.
You'd be surprised, man. The internet's it's a funny place.
The internet's brutal. It is. And, what do you like doing during your free time when you're not auditioning and being in films and teaching people how to act and making people
Right.
eat your dust?
Going to the moon. Yeah, yeah. Oh, there's so many things. Wow. Um, I like to make music.
Okay.
Back to the music thing. Yeah, I've been producing for about 5, 6 years now. My, wow. Yeah, five, six
He's like,
years now.
wow.
It felt like such a new hobby. I'm like, that's so weird. And I just like creating things. I think that's one thing I've realized as a kid is I've always tapped into my creative side.
Mhm.
And so I've always gone after something with the naive thought that it would work out.
Okay.
And I feel like doing that as a kid is so much better than like picking that up as an adult because it can be really hard, especially with like the social pressures of people telling you can't do stuff, blah blah blah. I've never really
Oh,
dealt with that as a kid. I've kind of just been like, okay, I'll do this, I'll do that, I'll act up, blah blah. I mean, I picked up After Effects when I was like in 6th grade.
oh wow.
I like how everything just leads back to 6th grade.
Sixth sixth grade
My
is when you hit your peak.
That was my peak, man.
That was your peak.
It's in 6th grade. It's just do. Man. But yeah, I was learning how to use After Effects 6th grade, learning how to create effects just because I liked watching YouTube videos of certain. You ever watch Freddie W?
No.
He used to make all these cool action videos where he
Oh,
would do all
really?
these, yeah, special effects on YouTube. And Video Game High School, is that familiar? Rocket Jump, Corridor Digital, all great channels.
Hmm.
But I don't know. I was into weird, like I wasn't into what kids were into for some reason. And I think it's because it was like the start of social media and
Yeah.
kids. And so I was just watching all these videos and I was like, I never got used to the thought of no, you shouldn't be doing this, or no, this won't work out. And so I guess even though I had, because I'm not like a singer or anything, I'm trying to bring it back to the music thing. I'm not like a singer or anything, or I don't have like musical background, but I just started, I was like, this is what I want to do. This will be cool. So I just started picking it up as a hobby and producing into putting some vocals on tracks. And now it's just fun. It's great.
Wow. Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
And what kind of music do you like listening to? Like, who's on your playlist?
Okay. We listen to a lot of, you know what the most basic answer for this? And I was literally about to say it. It's literally like, oh, I listen to everything, literally everything. And then you look at people's playlists and it's not everything. It's like
Yeah.
people around the same.
Yeah.
uh Big. Okay. I'm trying to really think about this because I'd be like saying things and thinking about it later. I'm like, no. I like Tyler. I was gonna say big Tyler fan,
Okay.
but I know how Tyler the Creator fans are. I like a lot of his melodic stuff. Like his Igor album and his Flower Boy album were great. Igor album probably one of my favorites. I like a lot of, wait.
He's like, wait, I'm gonna have to check.
Um I'm not one of those people who naturally know lyrics.
Yeah.
So I'm the kind of guy who just goes to a concert without knowing any of the words. And I
Well,
feel left
as
out
long
because
as
I
the beat's good, you can dance, right?
right, but there's like that competitive side of me that wants to know the words so I can enjoy it properly. A lot of Gene Dawson. I love Gene Dawson.
Okay.
Dominic Fike. Alt rock, a lot of indie, hip hop, coming from mostly my dance background.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. There's a lot. there's a lot. I wouldn't say it's all out there.
Well,
I'm not
yeah.
over here listening to jazz. I appreciate jazz. I appreciate jazz. It's not a world I'm in.
Yeah, yeah.
Number one artist probably Billy Ray Cyrus. No, I'm joking. I don't listen to country.
Oh wow! I was about to say, damn. Okay. Uh, I I
nothing,
thought
nothing wrong with that. I
you would
don't.
have said his daughter instead, but hey.
Oh, she's great. Yeah, she's great too.
And I was waiting for Ariana Grande too, so
Yeah, because she doesn't give me as much credit as she should. She's a
yeah,
little lower on the list,
yeah,
but
yeah.
she's
I
doing all right. I'm gonna be real. I'm not a fan of a lot of pop music.
okay.
Only I've always been interested in all like the really unmixed, terrible sounding. I don't want to say terrible sounding, but like not polished music.
Well,
If that
yeah,
makes
yeah,
sense.
yeah, yeah, definitely. And
Yeah,
what would be your go-to karaoke song if you were doing karaoke?
yeah. Hate karaoke. I love and hate karaoke.
Okay,
If I'm with my
okay.
family, I hate karaoke because it's like you got people actually trying up in here. Um, I love. I love music. I love songs. Thinking of
He's
songs.
like, I love music. I
The
don't know if that's a karaoke song.
white no. Oh. Okay. Novocaine by Frank Ocean. I love that song.
Okay,
A-
okay,
a-
yeah,
And the reason is because it's just one of those songs I randomly sing. And if
nice.
people get the song, they'll sing it with me, but I always get the words wrong anyway. uh yeah, that's honestly probably one of my favorite songs. I love that song. Even though it's very
No.
explicit and I cannot relate to it at all. But it's a good song. I think that's why I like a lot of music, is because I can't relate to it. I'm not like one of those people who's like, oh, this song saved me, because I don't really
Yeah.
listen to lyrics. I just like good sounding songs.
And
Yeah.
as you can see, I'm a big horror guy, so I
Oh, of
like to
course.
ask my guests this: what are some horror films that you like to watch?
Okay. Okay. I'm a big horror guy too. Uh I don't got the whole setup. I wish I did. All my stuff's in my room. Big
Open
like
up your door and you see a big life-size cutout of Freddy Krueger.
that movie scared me as a kid. The Nightmare on Elm Street. That was probably my first one where I watched as a kid. And you watch it now, it's kind of like, okay, this is unique.
Oh yeah.
They bringing back all these weird like franchises back. I'm like, bring back that one. That one was scary. He was genuinely
Oh, I
terrifying
know.
because it would make you scared to sleep.
I think the reason like they don't want to bring that back is because Robert Englund is the guy who plays Freddy Krueger in every single movie,
Uh,
and they tried rebooting A Nightmare on Elm Street like years ago, and they had
yeah,
another actor play Freddy, and
and
the
it just didn't
horror
work.
fans like shit on it, like they hated it. So I think
Yeah,
they're scared to go forward with another guy playing Freddy other than Robert Englund. Robert can't
I
do it
could
anymore.
do
The
it. I
guy's like
mean,
70 something years old now.
if the, if they're really begging, like I could do it if I have time, of course.
You should definitely play Freddy.
I mean, come on. I've been practicing voices ever since I was a little boy. You want to hear my Freddy Krueger?
Yeah, go for it.
Hey, it's me, Freddy Krueger from Nightmare on Elm Street. I'm gonna kill ya. That's my Freddy Krueger. I know it's good. I just I never got sent the audition, and I didn't know like that was even a thing. I could also do SpongeBob, like, hey, it's me, I'm SpongeBob from underwater. There's that guy.
There's
I've
definitely. Okay.
I have a lot.
I see that.
But if you read any articles or hear anything about another movie coming up, just let me know so I can ask my manager to hook me up.
Oh yeah, of course, of course.
Favorite horror movie? Is that what you asked?
Yes.
I like how every question takes like 2 hours for me to answer. It's just me rambling. It's the coffee, I promise. I'm jittery. Things are I mean, I'm always like this, but it's also the coffee. Shoot. Okay. One I would say is my top 5 right now. It's a newer one. I liked Hereditary a lot.
Oh, yeah, that's a great movie.
Hereditary. What's the one where they have to have sex?
That's every horror movie.
They have to have sex. It's like a someone's gonna kill. Like It Follows. It Follows is a really good one.
Okay.
That's a really good one.
I mean, you said when they have sex. I'm like, what horror movie doesn't have sex in it?
I was just expecting you to get it right just from that sentence. When I was younger, I watched all like the Saw.
Those are crazy films. The Saw films.
I watched them as a kid.
Hey,
I don't think I should be saying that. But when I was younger, I used to love those movies, and it wasn't necessarily like the horror or the gore aspect of it, but it was just how everything linked together from one movie to the next movie.
Yeah,
I think exactly. That was my favorite part. I just watched Skinamarink.
Oh yes, that was crazy.
It's very because it leaves you with the weird.
I know, that was a crazy
feeling.
movie. Yes.
Yeah, and I'm not like one for a lot of movies that are out of the box just to be out of the box and that are artsy and up for your. But this one genuinely, you could tell they're focused on the feel and that weird, eerie, like something's gonna happen, but nothing, or stuff happens, but you have to see it. It just really captures that eerie feeling, which made me sleep that night thinking I was gonna die. So there's that.
There's definitely that, yeah.
There's that. What are some other horror movies? I guess if nothing pops out to me right away, I just don't got nothing else.
Okay.
I love Hereditary. Nightmare on Elm Street scared me.
Freddy's scary. He is.
Yeah.
He's a scary character in horror.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, like everyone else are like slashers and they're in the real world, but what makes Freddy scary is that you are gonna fall asleep no matter what. And when you go into that world, you're done. You're toast.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. 100%. And I feel like seeing that as a kid sort of like I don't think you should really watch horror movies as kids, not because they're not great, but like everything when you grow up, it's like nothing really scares you anymore. You're just
true. Like, I watched horror when I was a kid too. That's how I started. I was a little kid, the only one in my like group of friends that was watching horror movies. Everyone else was watching like the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, and I was watching Tales from the Crypt. So I was like, okay.
Like, oh, did you watch Shrek? No, but I saw the new Saw. Did you see that?
Yeah, exactly.
With the bear trap, or did you see that?
and then the friend slowly starts to back away, and you're like, wait, where are you going? I hear my mom calling me for dinner. All right.
You told me your mom was dead. Yeah, I love horror movies.
Yeah. Same. And that looks like a gaming chair you're sitting in. Are you a gamer?
Oh yeah. So fun fact, I bought this whole setup, everything. I got like 3 monitors. Don't have it anymore. I sold it. So
Okay.
I had everything, the RGB lights, all this, blah, 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 blah. And then I never had a gaming chair. And then I was like, this is during COVID and everything. And I was like, oh my God, gaming is eating up my life. I need to sell everything. I sold everything to my brother, who's now a gamer in college.
Okay.
He gave me this chair, which is broken, and like goes back. Like it's a bad chair, but the first gaming chair I have is broken. Fun
Well,
story, I know.
yeah, yeah. I don't know.
Yeah, I'm a gamer. Yeah, how'd you know?
I don't know. Probably because of the chair.
Yeah, that might be it.
So what's a game you're currently playing?
Okay, Valorant for sure.
Okay.
I I love Valorant. I love Valorant. I am I am staying up at like 10 because like I said, I sold my PC. So my sister has a gaming computer.
Hmm.
So I always just keep her up with the mechanical keyboard, the loud tapping. Valorant, good. I would say Valorant's in probably my top three for competitive games. I used to play Overwatch and Fortnite ate up a lot of my life
I
when
think they ate
I
up a
was
lot of people's lives.
yeah, but not a lot of people were as good as me. So
Well, yeah, of course, of course. I definitely wouldn't want to play you in that.
yeah. I was running off 2 hours of sleep every day, trying to get better. It ruined a lot of my relationships and my family. So a lot of sacrifice to be this good.
Well, yeah, of
And I
course.
and then I sold my PC. I was like, no, I can't do this. I can't do this anymore. I'm going insane. I can't. Overwatch, great game. For actual story games, I don't want to sound like okay. I like Uncharted.
Okay. Yeah.
I,
Okay. Yeah. Okay.
I think like I played from like 2 to 4. I love those games. I'm not really huge on finishing games, which is why it's hard for me to talk on this. But my brothers are like, I could speak from their opinions. They love Breath of the Wild. Last of Us it was good.
That
I
was
liked
great.
watching that one.
That was great. Yeah.
Um, BioShock Infinite, great
Yes.
game,
Yes.
great game. I played the one where it's like black and white, and it's the is it inside something? Yeah, I played that one. I think it was just called Inside. Portal 2. Oh my god, I love that game. Especially the co-op. I loved Portal 2 co-op. Yeah.
Okay.
That's my list.
All right. Cool.
Mhm.
Cool. And I'm going to end on the last question is where can fans follow you at?
Oh, okay Miles on Instagram. OKAYMYLES. Okay Miles.
That is a cool name for Instagram. I like that.
Right? So I was like thinking one day, I'm like, if I want, because it used to be Miles.v.Perez. And I'm like,
Okay.
I don't want these stupid periods in my name, you know? Anyone who has a period in their Instagram name isn't cool, take it out. So I took those out and I'm like, I need something short that would look cool when I get verified and super famous and better than everyone else. So I did that and I put OK Miles, OKAY. And I was like, this looks cool. And then the next day, my friend complimented it. And I'm like, as a kid who seeks validation all the time, this is what I need. This is what I need. So yeah, you can follow me there.
Okay, that works. Well, well, thank you so much for taking time and coming on the show. It was really awesome meeting you. You're a very funny person. It was
Uh,
really cool. It was really cool talking to you, chatting, and whenever you got something else coming out, you're more than welcome to come on.
of course. Thank you so much. And thank you for fueling energy because if you just sat there straight faced the whole time, I would have felt so judged and probably
Nah,
cried after this interview.
that's
But
that's the one thing I am not one of those. There's a lot of interview hosts out there that barely break a smile. That's not me. I like being out. I like being like this, you know.
I love that. Keep doing that. I would cry. I would genuinely never do an interview again. Honestly. All right, it was nice meeting you. I hope you got all the answers.
I definitely did. It was really nice meeting you, and I will follow you on the gram and definitely share it with you when I post it.
Okay, perfect. Thank you. I appreciate that.
Definitely, buddy. Well,
Imagine this whole time my mic was muted and you just were just pretending to respond to me.
well, definitely have a great night on this hot night for me and rainy night for you, and definitely have a great weekend coming up as well.
You too, man. Go get a fan and some stuff, you know.
That's what I'm about to do now. I'm over here, sweats dripping in places I didn't even know I had.
Just sleep in the fridge. Just sleep in. Have you seen the new Scream movie?
Yes, yes.
You know
It
that
was
part where
really
he opened
good.
the fridge and he was sleeping in the fridge?
Yes, yes, yes.
Just do that.
That's what I'm about to do. I'm about to open up the freezer and refrigerator door and just lay there, man.
Yeah. It's great.
All right, buddy. I will talk to you soon. I'm definitely getting my fan, and I will talk to you soon.
Okay, perfect. It was so nice meeting you.
It was
Do this
really
again.
nice meeting you, man.
Let's do this again tomorrow.
Okay, let's do it.
And then the day after. I just need someone to talk to.
Yeah, it doesn't even have to be an interview. We'll Instagram live each other on the.
Perfect. Great. I just made a friend.
Exactly, definitely, man.
All right. It was nice meeting you.
Yeah, it's really nice meeting you, buddy. I really did have a lot of fun. Thanks.
Yeah, me too. This is great. Thank you.
You got it, bud.
All right. I'll see you.
Bye.
Bye.